if the Nickmercs situation from just the other day shows anything, it shows that you need to be careful what you say or do as a content creator, or else you will get blacklisted by these companies that are run by wokies. Yeah, Nickmercs, if you guys aren't aware, this has been a huge situation the last couple days. He made a tweet in reply to this video that's showing literally a brawl that took place during school board meetings about whether a school district should acknowledge Pride Month at their school district. And you can see down below, he wrote that they should leave little children alone. Nothing to do with Call of Duty. Nothing to do with video games or his brand. Essentially just giving his opinion, his right to his opinion, his right to free speech. But that was bad in the eyes of Activision. They've since have removed him from Call of Duty, took his skins out, and it's caused a huge divide in the gaming community. There's people that are pro for it because, let's be honest, the LGBTQ stuff, their pitchforks are extra sharp. And if you say something that they don't like, if you do not obey, it's almost like they live, right? If you don't obey, you're cut out. It's a scary thought. Oh, Eric, being hateful and being bigoted towards LGBTQ people and gays, that's hateful. No, tell me anywhere that he said they should leave children alone. Is it hateful? This is leaning towards the thought that a lot of people in these communities, they're indoctrinating children at early ages with these thoughts of changing your gender and gender dysphoria and all this stuff. Children are quite impressionable, and whether you want to agree with that opinion or not, you're not born that way. I'm sorry, this ain't Lady Gaga's song. You don't come out of the womb already gay. It's something that happens to you, whether it's indoctrinated, learned, or taught to you. You pick up stuff. That's how the brain works. Okay? I'm sorry to break it to you. When you talk to kids, when you teach them stuff at such a young age, it's quite impressionable. And I lean towards the same sentiment. Leave children alone. All right? If it's this much of a device where we're literally seeing school brawls, from board meetings over Pride Month, maybe that shows that the tolerant side is not as tolerant as it should be. It's always this weird us against them mentality that I've mentioned before. And I'm going on a side rant here, but this is kind of a scary thing where we're living in a society where you got to walk on eggshells. Like me making this video right now, some little snowflake could be sharing this 10, 15, 20 years from now to attempt to get me fired from a job or blacklisted or removed for a company. In fact, just the other day, somebody in the comment section was like, yo, you're going to regret saying that in a video. Somebody could use it against you. You should probably... No, I am never going to apologize for standing up for my opinion, my beliefs, my morals, because I'm not hateful. I am not hateful. I don't have an ounce of hate towards anybody of any religion, race, orientation, you name it. Nothing. I will give my piece, and I will not hate you or love you any less or more than with my opinion. And I have friends from all walks of life. But I do have a thing for some of this weird shit that we see that's being promoted towards children that I feel is essentially grooming them for weird mental issues later on in the future that they will regret. And that's just an opinion. That's not hate. That is not hatred. And that's what I guess this tweet from Nickmercs got labeled as. It got quite a bit of a backlash from the wokies. In fact, to the point where Call of Duty removed his skin from the game. You can see right here, we touched on this. Due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We're focusing on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. And Joel Berry hit it on the fucking thing right here. How many maps work for your organization? Someone should investigate this. Right? And you could see people saying he didn't say anything wrong at all. Y'all are garbage. Whoever made the decision has their head up their ass. But we're the fascists and Nazis. So basically, it's backfiring to the point where there's people actually uninstalling the game. Dr. Disrespect actually made some comments. The two-time, he uninstalled the game on stream, and he said, "Who's running Call of Duty PR and marketing now? Same people from the Purple Snakes? Pathetic." Yeah, it's backing up. They pulled a full Bud Light here. Some people are going, I don't know, standing by the LGBTQ plus community is a good thing. It's morally the righteous thing. I think this is a rare W from Activision. Why is it the righteous thing, right? Why is it the righteous thing that somebody gave their opinion that children need to be left alone out of LGBTQ agendas? That doesn't sound that hateful to me, saying protect the children, right? That's why hashtag call groomers is a thing that's trending out there. But the huge thing that's coming out of this blowback is that one of Nickmercs' friends, who's a substantially huge-sized influencer that's also known for Call of Duty, TimTheTatman, went out and said, "Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting our Call of Duty operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friends, please remove the TimTheTatman bundle." So he is asking Activision to remove his bundle to stand in solidarity with his friend Nickmercs. That is highly commendable. I'm going to be honest, I didn't follow Nickmercs or TimTheTatman really at all until this situation, and that just gained a huge amount of respect for me. And Nickmercs standing and doubling down on his opinion that as a parent it should be up to him to teach his child about LGBTQ and transitioning and all that stuff, which I believe no school has the right to parent anybody's children. Oh, Eric, but they teach health class and blah blah. There's a difference between a health class about STDs and puberty and actual science stuff instead of teaching stuff that implants mental issues inside of people, indoctrinating sexualized situations and scenarios, mutilating bodies, things like that. Oh, Eric, you need to do your fucking research. No. Okay, look, stop fucking turning the cheek and thinking that should be normalized. It shouldn't. It should not, in my opinion. You can think it all day, but there's nothing in this world that you could say that will take me away from my opinion. It shouldn't be normalized. And I feel Nickmercs saying that he has the right to teach his children about stuff. Everybody should have the right to teach their children about stuff. But a school has no business fucking doing it. If they can't teach religion and all that, they can't indoctrinate you for religion, why are you going to let them indoctrinate your children for other things that could actually cause distress and trauma and things of that nature, or just get them mentally confused? That's where I'm standing at with this situation. And it's all fucking ridiculous because guess what's at the center of all this? Video games, which is why I always go back to this identity politics nonsense. Why do we have to deal with any of this in our video games? Oh, well, Nickmercs shouldn't have said this. Nickmercs didn't bring video games into this, guys. Call of Duty and the tolerant left brought video games into us. They're the ones that raised the pitchforks. They're the ones that did the cancel culture, bringing this into the world of gaming, removing him from Call of Duty. It was an opinion. It had nothing to do with the world of games, but they're the ones that had this whole pit bull attack mentality. And good for TimTheTatman for standing in solidarity. I would do the same for my friend too, even if you are losing business, even if you're losing an opportunity to be in a video game. It's not worth selling out your morals or anything with your friends in regards to people that will just throw you in the trash like that because they want to be a dictatorship towards you, especially if you're not legitimately saying something hateful. It would be different if Nickmercs said, fuck people that are bisexual, they should burn in hell. Right? He didn't say that. He didn't say anything hateful, violent, nothing that would incite violence towards people, nothing even remotely. Saying something protect the children, like this is not a good look for Activision at all. And this is on top of all the allegations and scandals that they had the past year that they legitimately turned away and looked at. Now it's like, it does drive me curious who's running their PR of that took offense to this that immediately did it because it's backfiring. There's boycotts happening. People are uninstalling this game. They're standing. It's very rare when you see influencers stand in solidarity with another influencer that has a non-left progressive mentality. It's very rare. It's weird, actually, to see it because a lot of times when somebody gets canceled, they're on their fucking own. Like, they're in no man's land on an island. And it's good to see that he's not alone. So my thoughts are, keep going at it, Nick. And I'm happy Tim the Tatman standing by his friend.